they didn't know what they were doing, you know? And it's all about paper, on paper, Esau. Always on paper.
Remember I said if you're going to talk to your boss, tell him to send you an email, but you know, you got to get it on paper because he knows that you're serious. He knows you're smart if you say shit like that. I'll forget. Can you send me an email?
Yeah.
And then he'll be like, oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah. That's how Esau works, man. Because it's funny because they're all about profit, right? Mm-hmm. So they even put animals in captivity. The zoos. Mm-hmm. Why you gotta pay to enter to see animals? See, Esau is all about profit. That's crazy, you know, that they even put the animals in captivity.
And remember, Esau creates animals in laboratories. You want to, like, Jurassic Park is the biggest tell-all movie there is. They're making dinosaurs. They're making dinosaurs. Like, they're making dinosaurs for real. What do you want me to say? Like, somewhere in this earth, they got fucking dinosaurs, and rich people go to see them, and they don't get hurt. That's telling us something. Like, he doesn't have any original ideas. He can't make up a story that's, oh man, that's a good story. Like Harry Potter. It's really based on magicians, right? But they thought that the prophets were magicians because they would communicate with the living power, and then things like the wind would come and then lightning would come. So they're just...
They get things off the Bible.
Yeah, they steal everything,
man. The last week talking about the officers, you know, the office, you know, where do you think they got the word officer from? And it's in the scriptures, you know. Brother did a lesson about it last week about it. So, you know, Esau always been like that, man. So, so I want to get a first book of Proverbs 1 and 9.
Whoa, it's great. I was right there. Let me get that for you.
Well, it's like it was actually
Ecclesiastes?
Yeah, 1 and 9. I'll get it right now. It's like it says, the thing that has been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. So it's always something that always continues to happen, no matter what. So when we speak upon war, you know, people look at it, especially Christians though, they look at it as like, oh, war, it's a bad thing. Can you hold Exodus 15 and 3?
I was gonna get it right.
Oh, it's weird.
Well, I'm already there.
Oh yeah.
This is Exodus 15 and 3. The Lord is a man of war, and the Lord is Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahushai. The Lord is his name.
Yeah. See? So, what does that tell you though? You gotta understand, everything comes from Yahawah, Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahushai. So, no matter what though, because people think, so I'm gonna speak up on Hitler, right? So, Hitler is this bad person, right? And people would look at him as like, oh, this guy did that. But guess what? Yahawah programmed him, you know, in order for him to do the things that he was doing. He didn't just, oh, you know what, I'm gonna do this, you know, because can you get a Proverbs 16 and 4? And there's a reason, you know.
Proverbs 16 and 4, Yahawah works out everything to its proper end, even the wicked for a day of disaster.
He does that, you know what I mean? It's not a man doesn't just think about something and he wants to do it and it's like evil. Oh, he didn't, you know, Yahawah has a right hand, has a left hand. So he made, it's like this, he made Hitler do what we did, you know, and that's just the way it is. Because no matter what, like I said, Yahawah, man of war, he makes the day of evil. He programs, you know, people like that, you know.
The same way he programmed Pharaoh, you know, because it said that he made Pharaoh's heart hardened.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Until you hearken and you know.
And he also made Esau for the day that's coming up.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna turn this into a concentration camp.
In the Walmart on too.
Yeah.
I seen that they're like empty, like there's a big open space. Like,
and the apostles spoke about it. They said, why do you think they open up new Walmarts all over the place?
Yeah.
They do open up. They have the old Walmart in Hanford, and then they built the super center. So that's 2 big centers where they can put the whole population of this fucking.
That's crazy. Yeah, the old one by Food for Less. Food Co. Yeah. And then I think if you say put Walmart backwards, Marcus in
Martial law.
Yeah, city.
See, everybody's getting a kick in the teeth, but they don't know they're getting kicked in the teeth. They're like, oh, that tastes like candy.
Yeah. You see, that's the war that Esau brings upon people, you know. They want to, you know, he takes over the resources, the territory. He even has, you know, the Ishmaelites, you know, with their last name, man. Goes back to, you know, Spania. So this is what Esau's war is. Esau's war is all about, you know, taking over, killing, profit, and all that, though. But see, that's the war that they push, though, man. Because Esau has our people right here going to fight for a war, his war, you know? And our people are not supposed to be fighting for Esau. You're fighting with the enemy. What do they say? You're sleeping, you're going in bed with the enemy? Well, you know what they're saying, what they say?
Sleeping with the enemy.
Yeah, going in bed with the enemy. So our people are, you know, once they join the military, they're gonna go off though because they're programmed to do what Esau tells them to do. You see? And 89% of our people right here, they regret going to the military. I know some people that regret that shit. You know what I mean? But guess what? Because that's not our war. That war, going out and shit though, doing what Esau does, that's not our war though. But there was war because if you could get Joshua 1 and 9 through 11, can you get a first book of Maccabees 3 and 6? Because there's the whole war, there's the war that Yahawah puts through our men though. And this is
Joshua 1 and 9. Have I not?
here.
Joshua 1 and 9. Have not I commanded thee, be strong and of a good courage, be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for Yahawah Shai thy power is with thee, whithersoever thou goest.
See, he was with Joshua, but see, we're gonna get our land though, Israel. You know, so that was an actual righteous war right there. You know, because through Joshua, he fought, you know, people though, but that's for our land. That right now, we're not there right now. See, the Ishmaelites right there, they're right, and then Amalekites, they're not the people. They're not the people. See what I'm saying? So, but at these times, Joshua was fighting to get our land, which was going to be ours at the time. See? Can you get the...
This is the first book of Maccabees 3, 6, and 7. Wherefore the wicked shrunk for fear of him, and all the workers of iniquity were troubled, because salvation prospered in his hand. He grieved also many kings, and made Jacob glad with his acts, and his memorial is blessed forever.
Forever. You hear that? So Maccabees, you know, brothers were tough, man. Their brothers were tough back, you know, back in the time of the Greek captivity.
They were slicing motherfuckers up.
Yeah.
Somebody in everybody's family was like, I just killed a Greek today.
Yeah. Imagine. So they left to the hills, man, because all the things that was going on, you know, all the Hellenizing and things like that, and they were not with it. So they left though. They went to the hills, man, and they started doing things.
And this is still a Hellenizing period. This is the worst.
Yeah. It's Americanized. Another word for it. And
See,
then
they just changed the words.
Yeah. You see, our people, they don't. Well, that's the thing. Our people don't know who they are. So therefore, they're just living it up to the American. You know, you see a bunch of our people having the American flag in front of their house and shit. You know, I see that shit, man. That should piss me off though, because they just don't know who they are, you know.
So I had what American flag too, and then I came into truth, and then I was like, took that shit down and burned it, and it turned red. The ink turned red. So,
Oh yeah.
So that means that this is Esau's country. This is red country.
Oh, it's in red.
It turned red, like the whole. It turned red and burned red. Instead, you know how fire burns blue and green.
Oh yeah.
It just burned red.
That's the you know who runs this country.
Yeah. So that was like the first time I was like, damn, kind of hope nobody saw that.
Yeah.
But because it was amazing when I saw it, it was just turned red.
Yeah, I also had a jersey too. It was like the American one. I fucking threw that shit away. I see. I was like, oh shit! I didn't know I forgot I had the shirt. I fucking grabbed it and threw it away.
Speaking of America, look at that GT. That's like America's car right there.
Muscle car,
Muscle car and everything. Like the image. Like you look at that car and what do they call it? That's a beast.
Yeah.
Like everything they
Sounds
do is
beast.
Hellenized and Greek and it's just Roman and it's just whatever you're not, right? Whatever. Because if we're Hebrew, I'll put Yahawah on my truck. You know, and then people will be like, what?
Yeah, no, especially our people, they'd be the ones first talking shit probably, you know?
Oh, that nigga's crazy. That's one of them Hebrew niggas.
Call it, what's that, Hebrewism? What do they call it, Hebrewism?
Or Israelism?
Israelism, or something like that. But yeah, so that's the thing, the war, these two men were actually fighting wars righteously though. They, they're fighting the war righteously. So you know what I'm saying? So we're fighting this war too. But we can't be, picking up guns and, hey, let's go to Israel and just take it over. You see? But we can't be doing that. We can't be doing that because it has to have this time. You get the book of Revelation 14:1, and that's you get 14:8 through 10. Because we can't just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna go get something, go all over there to Israel and tell people this is my place. It has steps though, it has steps though.
Yeah, so in the scripture it said he troubled kings for Jacob's sake.
Yeah.
So we're Jacob. Jacob is our great granddaddy, and the king right now, damn hooligan, what a motherfucker. Huh? But he's gonna trouble, Yahawah's gonna trouble that king.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a big trouble because those clouds are gonna come on down on his ass.
Yeah.
This is Revelation 14:1, and I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000 having his father's name written in their foreheads.
See, so things have to happen though. The lamb represents Yahawah, and 104,000 the elect. So we're gonna be. This shit has to go down, man. All this shit has to go down. It's like marking the beast, and the chariots coming, people getting lasered, the wicked people, and then Revelation 14:1. So all this has to come past those prophecies. So hopefully we're part of the elect too, man, and we're right there with Yahawah and fuck shit up. We want to fuck shit up though. I already want to fuck shit up already though.
Like I would just drill myself down into as deep as I could, boom, like this, and then bam, and then all the Kings County would just crumble into grains of sand.
Yeah.
And everybody would be like, oh.
See, fucking just,
I'll be laughing. I'll be like, see what you can do now, and that's spiritual because you don't need a fucking gun for that. What kind of gun can help? What kind of gun can help actually fight somebody with spiritual powers?
Oh, exactly. Yeah, because let me get precept. Yeah, because we're not coming to camp with guns or anything like that.
Like Sakari goes to camp and they have guns already there.
Oh yeah, those guys are very worldly though,
Driving Bentleys and there's nothing wrong with driving a Bentley, but you're setting a bad example. Because how can you afford a Bentley? You have to have make top dollars.
Yeah, it has you wondering what's this guy really doing behind doors,
And then they'll say shit like, I don't work. And then you question them. Like, what the fuck? We're up here busting our ass and...
Yeah, living like, not paycheck by paycheck, but they,
Damn, yeah, we were living paycheck and then wait some days and then paycheck.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the 2nd book, Corinthians 10:4. For the weapons of our wherefore are not carnal, but mighty through Yahawah to the pulling down of strongholds. So we don't need no guns or nothing like that, It's just that's carnal shit. In reality, it is carnal shit. So I don't know where Sakari does all that bullshit though, carry guns and.
So these niggas are gonna jump out of their fucking car and then they're gonna get picked off one by one. What I think I would do is if a whole army was coming, I'd pick up buildings and make them fall on them.
Yeah, it's just simple things on
like Joshua made. This brother's talking about Joshua. Joshua made the sun stop and the moon stop. So it was like 48 hours passed and it was just the same day, just so they could kill as many of our enemies to get that land cleared.
Yeah,
see, that's how the holy work should be done.
He didn't use no gun or sword or nothing to make that.
Yahawah Shem Yahushai.
Yeah, because it says right here, through Yahawah to the pulling down of strongholds. So yeah, so all this has to happen, it has to be structured. All this has to go down, So can you get the last piece of Jeremiah 31 and 31? Yeah, because those people over there in Israel, they ain't people. Because it's supposed to be peace. If there was people,
it
was be peaceful. But look, all that shit,
gay streets.
Yeah, right there on Israel, yeah. That's the biggest gay parade shit.
And that's when the scripture said when the abominations of desolation are being done, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Straight up nastiness.
Because if it was all peaceful, you get that peaceful.
Jeremiah 31 and 31, behold, the days come, said Yahawah Shem Yahushai, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
See? And dang, the people over there, man, because they're at war still. Because once everything goes down and we're over there at the land, it's going to be peaceful, man.
Yeah, that's the new covenant.
Yeah, so that's the new promise. So that was my lesson.
Yeah, so I got a lesson about what we were talking about, the 144, because that's what we're trying to get. That's who we're trying to be, is the hope for elect. So get Exodus 7 and 3. So we want kind of like a faith booster to build our faith up so that we can push towards being the 144,000 prophets that will be saved.
Exodus
7 and 3.
Exodus 7 and 3. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart and multiply my signs and my wonders in the land of Egypt.
So Yahawah Shem Yahushai, he's saying he's going to harden Pharaoh's heart. Just like we were talking about earlier, this brother said that, who was it?
That so.
The Nazi?
Yeah, Hitler. He's not going to make up.
He said that Hitler, he was this bad man, but it was Yahawah Shem Yahushai that hardened his heart. He made him evil.
Yeah, because that dude was like this tall.
Yeah.
And he was a fruitcake.
Yeah.
He had syphilis since he was like 9 years old because he was giving blowjobs to dudes.
Yeah, like gastro.
Yeah, because he kept getting pumped in the butt.
That makes sense.
Because that's fucked up, right? That's fucked up. How can a man like that be empowered by his own will?
Yeah, that's true. This guy have that power to go get it. You know what I mean?
So read that again.
Exodus 7 and 3. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart and multiply my signs and my wonders in the land of Egypt.
So he said that he's going to multiply his signs in the land of Egypt. Now, today, this is the modern day Egypt, you know, and the same thing he's doing in the ancient Egypt, he's doing it in this spiritual Egypt, you know, what he calls America. So he's showing signs, you know, and one of the signs, that a lot of brothers are seeing is the number 144, because I've been seeing it in the time, you know, I've been seeing it in the time. I've been seeing 144 in the time at least once a day.
And that's spiritual, because I put 144 on my tape measure, so nobody fucks with me.
And I've been texting this brother 144 a lot too, you know. And then brother's been doing videos saying, you know, that they see the 144. So that's where our faith is, you know. When we see that automatically builds up our faith. So
I got a precept for you.
all right, go.
So this is Genesis 1:14. And Elohim said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years.
Right, so signs in the world, you know. That's what,
He makes all of them.
yeah. There's signs in the world, and you ain't gonna be able to see it unless you're part of the hopeful elect, unless you open up your spiritual eye.
Your pineal gland.
So let's go to Mark 16 and 17.
Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to- okay.
I'll give it.
Okay.
This is Mark 16 and 17. And these signs shall follow them that believe. In my name shall they cast out devils. They shall speak with new tongues.
So it said, these signs shall follow them that believe. So only if you believe in the truth, you know, in the doctrine of Great Millstone, only if you believe in that, you're going to be able to see signs, you know.
Because sometimes I'll be looking at my clock, and I'll be like, 11:44, 12:44.
11:44, 10:44,
Yeah.
or 4:14.
You text me sometimes 3 times out of the day, and it'd be the, 1:44.
Three times, I texted them one time, it was 3 times I seen 144. Right?
Yeah.
So only if you believe in this truth, you're gonna be able to see signs like that one movie, I See Dead People, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
We see all these people out here, they're dead. They're the walking dead, you know.
And if I could say this about that, that little boy could see spirits, because that's the way Yahawah Bashim Yahushua made him. Those are his signs. He could see that shit and it freaked him out, and because of that, because of him seeing that, his attitude was not like the other kids. He didn't have fun like that. He was always the outside kid, or the kid that nobody hanged out with him, because he was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But he was just serious.
Because he had a sixth sense.
He had
you
a
know?
sixth sense. Yes,
Because
sir.
that guy, Bruce Willis' wife, didn't see him, but he did, you know? Remember they were in that table in the dinner scene,
Mhm.
and he thought that she was ignoring him, so I think he walked out. But see, she couldn't see him, but the kid could.
And then you see how that happened. There was 2 different universes going on. Bruce Willis was dead in his universe, and that wife was alive in her universe. But it was like going together, right?
Yeah.
You thought that, if you didn't know better, you thought that Bruce Willis and his wife were actually fighting.
Yeah. And until the end, you
until
saw
the end, you're like, whoa, man,
this guy was always dead all this time.
nigga was always dead.
Yeah.
And then he saw that he got shot, and he got real serious, and then he started feeling like he was dead, right?
Started accepting it.
So the same way, when you hear that you're a Hebrew Israelite, you start accepting the signs, you might be the hopeful 144, then shit's gonna change for you. it's gonna get intense. Because what's the number one sign? The chariots. Like you'll see the chariots and they don't change your attitude. You'll be like, well, I better calm the fuck down.
That's what made me believe more too, because like I said about my mom, when she was recording and she felt the heat, the laser, and she felt no one believed her. But I, as a little kid, I remember I did though, so that just made me more understand the truth, you know.
Can you read that first sentence again?
And Mark 16:17. This is Mark 16 and 17, the first sentence. And these signs shall follow them that believe.
So, the more you believe in this truth, the more you're going to have faith when you see signs. Because, for example, let's say you hire a bodyguard, right? And then the bodyguard's not around at the moment. You know, maybe he's in the restroom or something. And
Get your ass whooped in there.
And then you get into an argument. You know, you get into an argument with a couple more dudes. And then, how does your face feel? You know, you don't think you're gonna win, but then you see your bodyguard coming. You know, you see your bodyguard coming back. You know, that's when your face starts
Getting boosted.
up.
Everything
That's-
starts changing.
You know?
Yeah, your attitude starts changing.
You're like, oh, you know, like my bodyguard's coming back. Then you start talking shit.
Yeah, I got a precept for you. We were already in this, but this is you know, that's the spirit when you have to read it twice. This is Revelation 14:1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. There's my bodyguard right there, y'all. Niggas gonna get it.
It makes you feel like
So yeah, like that lady feels so happy right now. That's how we feel when we know the name.
Imagine you
Hey, white girl.
like a game, you know, like you're walking with a game, you know.
Oh yeah,
How
you
do
feel tough, right? You feel tough.
What they say, going deep, rolling deep, feel tough. Yeah.
And then that's the same way. Like when you're rolling with a girl and you're young, you're 15, you're driving a car for the first time, you got a girl in the seat. You feel cool, right? Yeah, I'm cool.
Windows down and shit.
Windows down because your armpits are all sweaty, you're all nervous. You have to be nervous like that about Yahawah Shai. The whole seriousness, you have to be serious about Yahawah Shai because he's gonna do some amazing things through you. You're gonna be thinking, man, I wish that building fell on top of that fucking dude, and it's gonna happen.
Well, didn't it happen to when you brothers, the bell of the church?
Oh, yeah, he said it. He said,
Yeah,
look,
was it?
you see that church right there? It's gonna fall. It's gonna break, and then.
Yeah, I remember that. Though, yeah.
And the thing was, the strange part was, it was like bent. It was like somebody just bent it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it didn't fall off completely. It just,
So it just went to the side.
so he just bent it. The angel just.
We heard that shit. Yeah.
We heard.
Oh, you guys were there when it happened?
Yeah.
Oh.
He said it, and then it happened.
See?
We were laughing.
See that things that, you know, like I was a brother watching you guys' videos, and when I seen that, I was like, oh damn, that just shows me the power that Yahawah Shim has through our brothers, you know, the brothers. So I was like, maybe more of a believer too. Like, damn, these brothers like.
So I just want to say this too. Having faith is like having a credit card. You're only authorized to use it. You're only authorized to use it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Only you can use it. So only you can use your faith. Only you can use the name.
Read that verse again, the whole verse.
In Revelation 14.
17.
I'm not in part. Let me go back to it.
I got precept. This is 2 Ezra 9:1. He answered me, and then I said, measure thou time diligently, and itself. And when thou seest part of signs past, which I have told thee before, and I'll read it too, then shalt thou understand that at the very same time, when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Man, that's gonna be scary.
That's right. So we're not only seeing the signs that Yahawah spoke about the earthquakes and pestilence and the wars, but we're seeing like spiritual signs, you know, in the time, you know, like on receipts, you know.
Yeah. Here, I wanna testify. Like I was stressing out. What the fuck am I gonna do? I'm gonna be broke, blah blah blah. And then I went to go buy some scratchers. I won like $7. But the miracle that happened is I got 2 food stamp cards for both my sons because they go to school. and they were each a piece $4.90. That's about $1,000 worth of food that I don't have to fucking worry about.
Yeah.
And that made me so happy. I forgot about what I prayed about. I was like, because that was the answer to my prayers. He was like, look, you don't need millions. This is what you need.
You know,
daily bread.
Also, like, you know, it's crazy. A couple of days ago, too, I went for a lottery ticket. I just bought one scratcher. And yesterday, I got the phone call saying cachet of that. And I was approved. Oh, like, you know, it happened.
Did you see how I happened?
Yeah, like, bought a scratcher. I went to the store and bought a scratcher, you know, whatever. And a couple of days later, that's when I got, which yesterday, I got the phone call saying that
which shows you how the mind, how your pineal gland works. You're sending that signal in emergency status, and I need this, and you're so desperate that you go buy a lottery ticket to show him how desperate I did it, and then you're like, oh, but the miracle's already on its way.
Yeah, see, that's, no, it really happened this week, though. That really happened to me this week, too.
That's amazing stuff right there.
So
Those are signs.
Yahawah, he's protecting us with money too, and with jobs. You know, we still have jobs.
And he'll make girls think you're fucking cute.
Yeah, that one lady that attracted to us, you know.
Well, and a lot of ladies been looking. Like she just stopped right there, went
That
over
old
here.
lady was happy. You know? That one lady was laughing. So.
Yeah, and these are mediocre ladies. Like they ain't that all that.
Yeah.
This is Mark 16 and 17. And these signs shall follow them that believe. In my name shall they cast out devils. They shall speak with new tongues.
So we're going to have the power to cast out devils because we're going to be speaking with new tongues. We're going to be able to learn the Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew, because that is the pure language. That's where the power comes from. Just like how we prayed for that church to break, and you know, and Yahawah Shema Oshai sent a little message. You know, he tore a piece of that church down.
I got a piece for you.
Yep, go for it.
This is the book of Acts 2 and 4. And they were all filled with the Holy Spirit and began to speak with other tongues as the Spirit gave them utterance.
So even to get together is more powerful, you know? Just like us, we started out with two, and now we got another one in the fold. So it says two or more.
I got it.
Yep, two or more.
This is book of Matthew 18:20. For there 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them.
Like I was saying earlier, it's better when you roll in packs, you know, with a big brotherhood, you know, because when